En la clase de hoy vamos a aprender inglés de una manera sencilla y divertida. Vamos a escuchar y leer 4 historias diferentes en inglés. La idea es que te vayas familiarizando con el idioma, escuchando y leyendo todo en inglés. Todas las palabras que no entiendas, escríbelas en tu cuaderno para posteriormente traducirlas. Verás que si eres constante con este método, verás grandes resultados. Sin nada más que decir, comencemos.
The history of Coca-Cola is one of the most fascinating in the world of business and popular culture. From its creation in the 19th century to becoming one of the most recognized brands worldwide, Coca-Cola has left an indelible mark on history. It all began in 1886 when John Stith Pemberton, a pharmacist from Atlanta, Georgia, created a drink that was initially sold as a medicinal tonic. Pemberton, who was seeking a cure for his own ailments, mixed coca syrup and cola nut extract with carbonated water, thus creating the first version of Coca-Cola. The drink was sold at Jacob's Pharmacy for 5 cents a glass. The name Coca-Cola was coined by Pemberton's partner, Frank M. Robinson, who also designed the iconic cursive logo. Robinson believed that the 2 C's in the name would look good in advertising, and he was right. The Coca-Cola logo has remained virtually unchanged since then, becoming one of the most recognizable symbols in the world. Despite its promising start, Pemberton did not live to see the success of his creation. In 1888, he sold the rights to Coca-Cola to Asa Griggs Candler, a visionary businessman who saw the potential of the drink. Candler implemented aggressive marketing strategies and expanded Coca-Cola's distribution, making it a popular beverage throughout the United States. By the early 20th century, Coca-Cola was already an established brand in the United States, but its global expansion was just beginning. During World War I, the company sent Coca-Cola to American soldiers overseas, helping to popularize the drink in other countries. After the war, Coca-Cola continued its international expansion, establishing bottling plants in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. World War II was another turning point for Coca-Cola. The company committed to providing Coca-Cola to all American soldiers, no matter where they were. This strategy not only boosted troop morale, but also introduced the drink to new audiences around the world. By the end of the war, Coca-Cola was present in more than 44 countries. In the following decades, Coca-Cola continued to innovate and expand. In 1960, the company acquired Minute Maid, entering the juice market. In 1982, it launched Diet Coke, the first extension of the Coca-Cola brand. The company also experimented with new flavors and products, such as Cherry Coke and Coca-Cola Zero. Marketing has always been a crucial part of Coca-Cola's success. From holiday ads featuring Santa Claus to the Coca-Cola and a Smile campaigns, the company has known how to connect emotionally with its consumers. One of the most iconic moments in Coca-Cola's advertising history was the 1971 commercial, "I'd Like to Buy the World a Coke," which promoted a message of peace and unity. Today, Coca-Cola is more than a drink. It is a symbol of pop culture. The company remains a leader in the beverage industry with a presence in over 200 countries and a portfolio of more than 500 brands. Over the years, Coca-Cola has adapted to changes in the market and consumer preferences, remaining relevant in an ever-evolving world. The history of Coca-Cola is a testament to innovation, smart marketing, and adaptability. From its humble beginnings in a small Atlanta pharmacy to becoming a global giant, Coca-Cola has shown that with vision and determination, it is possible to create a brand that transcends generations and borders. In a small town called Bubble, life was calm and peaceful. The inhabitants were known for their love of soft drinks, especially Pepsi. One day, a rumor began to circulate. The secret formula of Pepsi had been stolen. The news caused a great stir, and everyone wondered who could have committed such an act. The owner of the local store, Don Pepe, was a wise and respected man. He decided to take action and called a meeting in the town square. "We must find the formula before it's too late," he said determinedly. Among the attendees was Clara, a curious and brave young woman who decided to help in the search. Clara began her investigation at the Pepsi factory, located on the outskirts of town. There she met Juan, an engineer who had worked at the factory for years. "I heard someone saw a strange man lurking around here the night of the theft," Juan told her. Clara decided to follow that lead and went to the place where the suspect had been seen. After hours of searching, Clara found a crucial clue, a piece of paper with a handwritten formula. "This must be part of the secret formula," she thought. However, the paper was incomplete. Clara knew she had to find the rest of the formula to save Pepsi. Meanwhile, Don Pepe had gathered a group of volunteers to patrol the town and look for more clues. Among them was Luis, an enthusiastic young man who had always dreamed of being a detective. Luis and Clara joined forces and began investigating together. One night, while reviewing old factory records, they found a mysterious letter. The letter was addressed to a certain Mr. X and talked about a plan to steal the formula. "We must find this Mr. X," Clara said. With Juan's help, they managed to track the suspect to an abandoned house on the outskirts of town. Upon arriving at the house, Clara and Luis found a secret door leading to a basement. There, they discovered an improvised laboratory and Mr. X himself, working on the stolen formula. "Stop right there!" Clara shouted. Mr. X tried to escape, but was stopped by Don Pepe's volunteers who had followed Clara and Luis. With the formula recovered, the town of Bubble celebrated with a big party. Clara and Luis were hailed as heroes, and Don Pepe thanked them for their bravery and determination. The Pepsi factory returned to normal operation, and peace returned to the small town. In a hidden lake nestled between mountains lived a swan named Lily. Lily was not an ordinary swan. Her plumage was so pure white that it shone under the sunlight, and her eyes reflected the depth of the lake she inhabited. The inhabitants of the nearby village called her the Swan of Dreams because they believed she had the power to grant wishes. Every morning, Lily swam serenely across the lake, creating ripples that seemed to whisper ancient secrets. The village children often came to the shore to watch her, and sometimes threw breadcrumbs. Lily, with her natural grace, accepted the offerings and continued her aquatic dance. One day, a girl named Sophia came to the lake with deep sadness in her eyes. Her mother was ill, and the doctors could not find a cure. Sophia had heard the stories about Lily and decided to ask for her help. She approached the shore and, with tears in her eyes, whispered her wish to the wind. Lily, as if understanding her pain, swam towards her and looked at her intently. At that moment, Sophia felt a peace she had never experienced before. That night, Sophia dreamed of Lily. In her dream, the swan took her to a magical garden full of healing flowers. Upon waking, Sophia ran to tell her mother about the dream. To her surprise, her mother felt better. Day by day, her mother's health improved, and Sophia was convinced that Lily had granted her wish. The news of the miracle quickly spread through the village. Soon, people from distant places began to visit the lake, hoping that Lily could also grant their wishes. However, Lily did not appear to everyone. Only those with pure hearts and sincere wishes could see her. Among the visitors was a man named Richard, who had lost everything in a fire. Desperate, he approached the lake and made a wish. Lily appeared and, with a movement of her wings, made the lake's water shine intensely. Richard felt a renewed hope, and upon returning home, found the strength to rebuild his life. Over time, the lake became a sacred place. People came not only to make wishes, but also to find peace and comfort. Lily, the swan of dreams, continued her tranquil life, knowing that her presence brought hope to those who needed it most. In a time long ago, when dinosaurs ruled the earth, there lived a majestic Tyrannosaurus rex named Rexor. Rexor was known for his imposing size and terrifying roar that echoed through valleys and mountains. However, despite his fierce appearance, Rexor had a noble heart and an adventurous spirit. Rexor lived in a dense prehistoric forest, surrounded by other dinosaurs of various species. Although he was the undisputed king of his territory, Rexor felt a deep curiosity about the world beyond his home. One day, he decided to embark on a journey to explore unknown lands and discover new horizons. Rexor's first destination was a vast desert, where he met a group of herbivorous dinosaurs struggling to find water. Rexor, with his great strength, helped dig a deep well until they finally found an underground water source. The herbivores, grateful, offered him fruits and leaves as a token of their gratitude. Continuing his journey, Rexor arrived at a tropical jungle full of life and vibrant colors. There, he met a triceratops named Trini, who told him about an ancient legend of a hidden valley where dinosaurs lived in harmony and peace. Intrigued by the story, Rexor decided to search for that legendary valley. The path to the valley was not easy. Rexor had to cross raging rivers, climb steep mountains, and face dangerous predators. However, his determination and bravery led him to overcome every obstacle. Along the way, he made new friends like a pteranodon named Ptero, who taught him to observe the world from above. Finally, after a long and arduous journey, Rexor arrived at the hidden valley. To his surprise, the place was even more beautiful than Trini had described. Dinosaurs of different species coexisted in peace, sharing resources and helping each other. Rexor was welcomed with joy and respect, and soon became a respected leader in the community. In the valley, Rexor learned valuable lessons about cooperation and coexistence. He discovered that true strength did not lie solely in physical power, but in the ability to unite others and work together for a common good. Over time, Rexor decided to return home to share what he had learned and transform his own territory into a place of peace and harmony. Rexor's return was met with great celebration. The dinosaurs of his forest listened attentively to his stories and began to implement the teachings of the Hidden Valley. Under Rexor's leadership, the forest became a place where all dinosaurs lived in harmony, respecting and caring for one another. Rexor, the great Tyrannosaurus Rex, spent the rest of his days exploring new places and sharing his wisdom. His legacy endured through generations, and his story became a legend that inspired many to seek peace and cooperation.
Espero de todo corazón que esta clase te haya gustado. Si es así, regálame un like y suscríbete al canal, que en verdad me ayudarías bastante. Y para todos los estudiantes que se quedaron hasta el final, les tengo un regalo. Debajo de este video encontrarán una clase de inglés desde cero totalmente gratuita. El link para esta clase estará en la descripción del video o en el comentario fijado. También te recomiendo que veas este otro video donde aprenderás inglés con una historia muy interesante, súper divertida. Entonces te espero ahí, no te lo puedes perder.